Hey everyone. All right, I'm gonna make sure we're live really quickly. Gonna share this in my groups. Come say hey as you're popping on. So excited to be here today. Hold on just a second. How's everyone doing? So excited. We are live, amazing. Let's go ahead and share this. If you are not in my Fiercely Unstoppable Entrepreneurs group yet, you should be. Go ahead and jump in there. Fiercely Unstoppable Entrepreneurs. So I'm gonna share this. As you're hopping on, come say hey to me. If you're watching the replay, come say hi later. Really excited to talk about this topic. Honestly, everybody deals with this topic, to be honest. So let's go ahead and share this to my personal page. So fun. All right. Yay. We're sharing everywhere. Awesome. I'm going to give it a moment. I'm going to move you guys back to the center. How's everyone doing today? As you are popping on, come say hi to me. I'm really excited to be here. I just shared it in all my groups, all my places, on my personal profile, which is super fun. So as you are coming on, come say hey. Let me know that you're here. And we're going to talk about some real stuff today. And if you're watching the replay, say hey so I know that you're watching later. But so excited to be here. Today, I just want to talk about if you've ever felt like you're not good enough. If you've ever felt that, right? We're going to talk about it. We're going to sort through it. I'm going to just rant on it a little bit, riff on it a little bit. But first, I'm going to introduce myself so you know who I am. So I am Brooke Allison. I am a mind shift coach and an achievement strategist. I help women up-level their confidence within themselves and in their businesses to truly become unstoppable. And together, we design a life and a business that they are madly in love with, which is so fun, right? It's so much fun. So again, as you are hopping on, come say hey. If you are watching the replay later, come say hey to me later too. But, okay, let's just get into it. And I'll wait to see if anybody pops on. But while we sit here, have you ever felt like you just aren't good enough? Like you're just not good enough? Has that ever been a thought that has cycled through your mind? For a long time, and I mean, even still to this day, sometimes that thought creeps up. Sometimes, but for a long time in my life, that was the thought that kept me where I was. And that was the thought that hindered me from continuing forward, for really running after my dreams and my goals, because I thought it was impossible, because I felt like I wasn't good enough, right? And so I've really done a lot of work around that thought. However, sometimes I still feel that way. Like sometimes those thoughts still come up. Just because you get further along in your life, in your business, it doesn't even matter. Just because you move further along doesn't mean that you don't still have those negative thoughts. That little mean girl still comes up and she's not nice. So, totally okay. Honestly, I just, for a long time, personally felt really broken. I had some mentors in my life that had just said certain things to me that over time I compiled the evidence to feel like maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe, whatever. And, really what I have to say about that is that you are absolutely wonderful exactly how you are. We all have so many strengths and just awesome qualities about us that make us amazing personally and make us stand out from the crowd, which is so fun. So don't let others determine your worth. That is so unfair to you. Do not let others determine your worth. Remember, when people are hurting, they hurt other people. So if someone hurt you in the past or if someone hurt you recently and you're like, I just don't know why they said that, it's probably not has anything to do with you. It's a reflection on their own selves and what they need to work on within themselves. But if someone says something to you or does something hurtful, most of the time they're trying to fill a void within them. And it has nothing to do with you at all. So don't let others determine your worth, because you are so amazing and you owe it to yourself to break this cycle. This I'm not good enough cycle. Get rid of it. It's done. We're over it, right? It's okay to have a rough day. It's so okay to have a rough day because we all have rough days, right? But what's not okay is staying in that place and staying in that energy of feeling really low about yourself, okay? So remember that, I know I've talked about this a lot the past few days, is that your thoughts are creating your emotions, okay? So I want you to think for a moment and really think, do I enjoy feeling this way? Like if you've ever felt I'm not good enough, like do you really enjoy feeling that way? And then I want you to think about, am I trying to protect myself from something? Dive into that, journal about it, figure it out, figure out, okay, how does not feeling good enough make me feel? Do I want to feel this way anywhere more? Probably not, right? Okay, and then ask yourself, am I trying to protect myself from something? What am I afraid of, okay? So dive into that. Remember that nothing changes until something changes. So are you ready for change? Like, are you ready for something to be different? I'm going to help you, give you a few tips to kind of get out of that I'm not good enough cycle, because you deserve to feel like $1,000,000 every single day. And I want that for you. I so want that for you. So number one, my tip number one is that you are so amazing, that we so easily beat ourselves up. And I am a victim of this too. I am so good at like telling myself I should be doing more, that I'm not doing the right activity, that blah, 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 blah. We are our own worst critics. I know you've heard that a million times, but it's so true. We're so good at beating ourselves up. So I want you to think for a moment. Just take a moment and think. Would you talk to a 4-year-old? Would you talk to a 4-year-old the way that you were talking to yourself? Probably not, right? Probably not. Why would we do that? We don't want them to know those. We would not want to put that doubt in their mind, because their minds are still growing. So why do you talk to yourself that way, right? You have so many strengths, so many amazing qualities, so many just aspirations and positive things that you have about you that you need to own, that you deserve to own, right? So people desire your strengths, your all the good things about you. There are people who look at you and say, wow, I wish I had more of that. Or like, oh my gosh, look at so-and-so. Like, she's so amazing at this, and this. Like, isn't it so cool? Like, I wish I could do that. And just as much as you desire someone else's strengths and qualities, right? We all look at other people and are like, oh, I wish I could do that more, or blah, 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 blah. People look at you and think the same thing. And it's time to own your strengths. It's time to own your qualities, your personal qualities that make you so freaking amazing, right? So that's number one, is just truly knowing why you are phenomenal. I got a mad face. Don't know who that's from, but that's okay. Hey, Shelby. Hi. Happy you're here. Okay, so here's the thing. If you feel good, powerful, and confident, then nobody can take that away from you, because you already know that you're amazing. So when you own your own strengths, when you like recognize why you're great, then nobody can take that away from you. You have all the power in the world. So think about, what are you really good at? What good things, what are you super good at? Write out 10 things that you're really good at. What do people come to you for advice for? Think about that. That's obviously people value your opinion in that. If I told you to go do anything that makes you feel really powerful right now, what would you go do? If you could think about anything that makes you just feel really powerful, really bold, what would you go do? Thinking about those things, and also just like creating, I just posted this on Instagram, but creating I am statements. Everything that comes after I am like becomes things, right? So what do you want to become today? I am powerful. I am bold. I am brilliant. I am beautiful. I am creative. I am fabulous. Whatever, okay? What do you want to become today? And regurgitate that within yourself, right? But you have to know your strengths. Remember why you are so amazing just the way you are. You have so many gifts. You use your strengths to better yourself every single day. Don't try to look at what other people are doing and like their strengths, because that's not going to work as well for you, because you have so many unique qualities about yourself, and it's important to use those, right? So, okay, number one is knowing that you are so freaking awesome. Figure out your strengths. Number two is using those strengths for your personal benefit, right? So if you know, for example, that you're like really, really good at helping people feel included. Hi, Maria. Happy you're here. Okay, so if you're really good at helping people feel included, maybe you're like an empath, or maybe you're a really good communicator. So whatever your strengths are, if you know some of your strengths or something you're good at, pop it in the comments. I'd love to hear them. But do more things. If that's what you're good at, is helping people feel included and feeling loved and whatever, then do more things where you're able to be in front of people and being that communicator between everyone. So maybe that's getting groups together. Maybe that's having friend dates, whatever that is, going to like a meetup or whatever, using your strengths. So don't copy others and their strengths because it's not going to work for you. So for example, one of my strengths, one of my top strengths is that I'm a really high achiever, which is really cool. But like I said earlier in this chat, is that sometimes I'm really hard on myself, and we all are. We are all our own worst critics. Say that 5 times fast. Oh man. Okay. So I am an achiever, and that is one of my top strengths. So I took the Gallup Strengths Test. If you guys are interested in looking at that, you could totally look at it. But being an achiever, I have to make sure I give myself easy tasks to be able to finish throughout the day, and then I feel really good when I go to bed. And that is using my personal strength to reach my dreams, if that makes sense. I'm also like a really good woo personality, and I'm a very much a positive person. So going live like this makes sense for me because I want to get to know you. I want to love on you. Like, I want you to see my energy. I want you to be a part of this. I want to be able to help others. So that's why I do stuff like this, because I'm using my strength, even though it might be out of my comfort zone, to better myself, but also to get to where I want to go in life, okay? So what are your strengths? Pop them down. I'd love to know. Think about, and if you don't know, like just think about those things that you're really good at. And then, yeah, like I said earlier, go ask someone else, what do you think I'm really good at? What are my strengths? They're going to tell you. They are so going to tell you. Obviously, ask someone who loves you, but here's the thing. Do what makes you feel really good and powerful. No matter what you're doing in your day, as long as you're feeling good and powerful, stay in that place. Stay in that place. Hey, Molly, I saw you popped on. I wanted to say hey to you. Okay, so tip number 3 is to release that control and that perfectionism. So stop relying on your own strength. You are not alone. You're not alone at all, okay? Like, whatever you believe in, God, the universe, angels, light source, whatever that is for you is always with you. Always with you. So Gabby Bernstein, if you know who she is, give me some likes, give me some hearts. Gabby is so amazing. So Gabby Bernstein, she talks about that the presence of fear means that you have been relying on your own personal strength. So give up that control. If you already know that you're amazing, you already know these amazing qualities that you have, and you know what you're really good at, you know how to use your strengths, so run towards your goals knowing that you aren't alone in this and that you can release that control and do what you need to do on a daily basis and that you're taken care of. The universe has your back, right? It's so good. So you owe it to yourself so much, because the cycle of I'm not good enough is a really, like, it's almost like a black hole, to be honest with you. It is like this like treacherous like hole that like sucks you in, and it's really hard to get out of, okay? But you have to start somewhere, and you owe it to yourself to break this cycle. You owe it to yourself so much to break this cycle. So forgive everything that has happened to you. Forgive the things that have been said to you, because it's all, your brain has proven you right that you aren't good enough. Quotes, because you are good enough. So like that's that. But you are so amazing the way you are. So break the cycle, forgive what you need to forgive, and move on. And whenever you're feeling like you're not good enough, honestly, give yourself those I am statements, because like I said, what comes after I am becomes things. Your thoughts become things. I am bold, I am beautiful, I am brilliant. I have an affirmation freebie. If you guys want the affirmation freebie, say I want it in the comments. It is an audio training. It has a guided audio, and it has a workbook of affirmations, which are super amazing. They're so beneficial for you, for your thoughts, for your getting out of this cycle. I'm happy to give it to you. Just drop it in the comments if you want it, and I will send you the link. It's absolutely free. But just know that if your brain goes back to that thought, know that every time you think about this, you are wasting your energy and you are wasting your time. And the one thing time is not a renewable resource. It is literally like gonna suck, like having that thought in your head is gonna suck like the energy and life and time out of you. And time is not renewable, and you deserve to live your time feeling really powerful and bold all of the time, right? I just had time like 5 times. Needed to hear this today. Had a rough morning, so hearing this is amazing. Thanks, Kat. So happy you're here. So honest to goodness, you guys, moral of the story is that you just need to know that you are amazing exactly as you are, and that you have everything inside of you to become your very best self. You just have to make that decision. You just have to make that decision that today is the day that I'm done with this, okay? So if this is like exciting to you, if you're ready to break that enough, like I am not enough cycle, if you are ready to break it and you are like, felt like that you have this deeper calling in your heart and you've been like inquiring about like, hey, like maybe I should maybe start an online business, or maybe I want to raise my confidence. I'm actually hosting a free webinar on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's going to be my top 5 tips to feeling extremely confident while launching an online business. So I will put the link above, but I'll also put it in the comments so you guys have it. But I would love to have you there. It's so much fun. And you can go ahead and sign up, save your spot, regardless of if you like, even if you just want to raise your confidence, it's going to be beneficial. Absolutely. So come join me. If you are not in my Fiercely Unstoppable Entrepreneurs group yet, I'd love to have you in there. I hope this was helpful. I'm glad this helped you, Kat, at the very least. That's honestly what I'm here to do, is maybe I was here to speak to you. But I love your guts. I would love to see you guys on Tuesday, and I will talk to you later.